Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSI DFS Fantasy NASCAR Picks. I'm your host, Mike Brewer, 31. Good to do the truck race here. I will try to get through this as fast as I can. I might not have much of a voice. Had some medical procedures yesterday where I had to have the breathing tube in, so throat's a little sore, but we'll power on through this, drink some coffee, and hopefully be good. So it's Mid-Ohio road course. We have 67 laps. Now, this is a standalone event, so there won't be any live pitting because Cup and Xfinity crews aren't there to help with pit stops. So they stop the race. They do whatever service they need. They can only change tires at certain points unless they have a flat. So pit stops really don't make a difference here. So watch the ARCA race. It was they did the same thing for it. It was a pretty decent race. Looks like, it was pretty competitive. Cars could catch up, cars could pass. So it should hopefully be a pretty exciting race. So if you're looking at the screen, first time viewer, the blue people are people that are better than average at road races. The tan or brownish people are road course ringers. They are people that have been brought in to just specifically run on road courses because they're specialized in that. Doesn't mean that they're outstanding plays. It just means that this is something that they do more often than run on other tracks. And then the guys in purple are just the guys that ran into the ARCA race. So I just put them on there just so I can talk about them as we go along. So we did have practice. We did have qualifying. So this is not a speculation video. This is what we have here. So I'll start at the top. So Corey Heim had a strong truck, qualified first here. They had 2 rounds of qualifying and got the pole. So it looked good out there. He's been really good in his young career. It's a really good truck. So everything points to him being someone that can go out there and be a cash play and dominate. I'm not going to put a prime play up here because I'm going to let you pick who your first dominator is. And I think I'm going to give you the prime plays as like some better guys deeper in the pack a little bit. So Heim, definitely good. 4th in practice here, got the pole, 3rd overall composite. My projection has him finishing 8th, but there's I didn't necessarily go with that. I think he's definitely a decent play. Majeski looked good out there also, got second in the second round of qualifying, 6th in practice. He is one that he's good on road courses. I just worry about him because he always qualifies well, but then he always kind of fades back and can never get it done. So I always play him in GPPs, but I never play him in cash. So I'm just waiting for whatever incident to happen that he doesn't finish well. Nicholas Sanchez is a young driver who's having a phenomenal season. He actually looked really good in practice out there, led most of it until close to the end when some of the better long run trucks took over. So I think that he's definitely going to do well in this race. And I think he's a nice alternative to Heim if you want to pick him as your dominator. You're saving a lot of money here, or I'm probably fine playing Heim and Sanchez in cash because I think both of them can still finish in the top 5. Eckes and Empfinger, I think, are kind of the same play here. They're $500 apart. They both were top 10 in practice. They're both decent on road courses. I lean Empfinger a little bit here, probably lower ownership. And if you look at this overall composite average of different tracks and stuff, I threw North Wilkes-Barre on there because we really haven't raced many road courses, and that one was kind of with how much shifting and stuff on the sharp turns were kind of mimicked it. But really, Circuit America is the only thing we have really to look at besides looking back at last year for road courses. The trucks only run 3 or 4 years compared to a Cup that runs, it seems like a billion. But anyways, I think these guys are just GPPs. Don't know if they'll finish in the top 5, probably in the top 10. Sneakily, potentially could go out there and lead. I don't have anything really against them, but there's nothing really for them. Tanner Gray, I think, is a GPP. Wasn't great in practice. He did well in qualifying to get up there. If you throw North Wilkes-Barre out, which I can delete that one, it should probably up his projection significantly a little bit. He just really hasn't been spectacular. He's been okay on road courses, but not. The truck's good and everything, but I think he's going to fall down a little bit, so he's going to be a GPP. Marco Andretti, yes, that is the grandson of Mario Andretti and son of Michael Andretti, I think. But definitely Mario's his grandfather. He has run IndyCar. He has run on this course in IndyCar and like other road courses like Sonoma in Indy. He did an Xfinity last year. I think it was the Indy road course, and he was doing quite well. Somebody else took him out. Like he started telling the back and got up to like 14th or 15th. It was doing pretty good in average running position. Didn't look bad in practice here. So don't look at the Indy road course results. I think that's like kind of weighing down his projection here, but definitely a sleeper, kind of price in no man's land at 7,300 here, but somebody to consider in a GPP. William Sawalich here. He's only 16 years old. He's only allowed on road courses and short tracks because of his age. He's run in 3 ARCA races. He did run in the ARCA race last night, and he finished second after there was a lot of chaos and stuff. So he's got some additional practice here. Do I think that he's one that's going to be, I don't know, 8th is a little high for him here. I do like him as a talented young driver, but I don't know if he'll be able to stay up here. If he qualified back a little bit, I think I'd like him a little bit more, but I don't think I'm going to have a ton of them. If he beats me, he beats me. I'm fine with that. Jack Wood finished 3rd in the ARCA race. He's definitely a cash play. He's in the Kyle Busch Motorsports truck. He looks decent on road courses, even though last year he was like in the 20s. I think he's come forward a lot this year with a little bit more experience and run well on road courses in ARCA. So I think you consider him in cash here 6,400. Zane Smith, he would have been a prime play, but something happened at the end of qualifying, couldn't even make the run. That's why he finished 10th, and something broke in the truck. It stopped on the track, so he's probably going to have to start in the back. He's going to have to cut through the whole field, which you probably can do, but he's not going to get scored from there. He's going to get scored from 10th. It's very dangerous for me, so I have him as a GPP. I think he'll still have high ownership because people might not realize that, and he's definitely one that will be the first guy in my GPP lineup. I just don't feel I can play him in cash, having to start from the back with whatever happened with the truck. I'm sure they'll get it fixed. I'm sure he'll be fine, but he's got an uphill battle here. So, I mean, it could definitely pay off. High risk, high reward play, but can't do it in cash. There's not enough floor for me there. Carson Hocevar, second in practice, solid on road courses. If you take out Coda, where he had some problems, he's second overall in capacity and everything. So he's definitely one to consider for a prime, but I like the pricing on the next 2 guys even better. Ben Rhodes is my number 1 play here. He had the best long run speed, looked really good in practice, really knew the curves and everything, just didn't hit it, went a little bit too far on one of the corners and hit the grass on in qualifying, so that kind of like slowed him down. If he didn't, he probably would have been in the top 10 and probably qualified much better. But I definitely see him making his way through the field, having a good day. He had long run speed. He should be able to pick off trucks and get up into the top 10. So definitely gonna lock him in as one of my prime plays. Ankrum also, he looked really good in practice, and he went out there and ran the ARCA race just to get even more practice. And he had an incident with a driver, like kind of ran into him, wasn't his fault, got him out of course. And he made up like 6 seconds in like 3 or 4 laps and was able to run everybody down and pass them and finish. So I'm not saying he's going to win this race, but just a very strong performance. I think he can get up into the top 10 at 8,900. I think he's a great play here. DiBenedetto, GPP, he's been average on road courses, not like doesn't get the blue tag here. I think he'll be popular, but 10th in practice, but I really don't like playing him. I've seen the truck break down a couple times too. So Taylor Gray, really like this. Taylor Gray was really, really good in road courses in ARCA, and he's 13th overall here, 7th in practice. Didn't qualify well. He was like squealing the tires a little bit around corners. I think he was like overdriving a bit, just trying to get the hot lap in qualifying. But I think just the normal course of the race and the pace of the race, he'll be fine. Really like him as a cash play here at 8,700. Will Rogers, GPP, another decent young driver. 8th in practice. I think he has some upside. Daniel Dye, I think he qualified a little too bit far forward here. He just hasn't looked good on road courses. 22nd average running position at Coda last year, but everything else points to him just going backwards, so I'm not interested in there. Connor Daly is a road course ringer in a nice truck, should be decent. 14th in practice, 18th in qualifying. Indy Road Course had some bad luck last year, but I think that he's okay for GPP. Just where his pricing is kind of no man's land. But I think it'd be awesome to start like GPP with like Zane Smith and then throw in like Andretti and Connor Daly, some of these road course ringers, and see what happens there. Dean or Raja Cruz, he's another GPP play. Just nothing sticks out, but I think he's going to kind of finish where he starts. 8,000, a little pricey. Looking for guys like a little bit lower than that to fill in my cash lineup at GPP. I think he's fine. D Thompson, I think you can play in cash. He finished 10th. He got taken out by his teammate. He was in like second or third place and contending for the win. And he had a little bit of a dust up with one of his teammates, and the guy waited for him and then bopped him into the sand trap. Like, so that dude is not probably going to find a ride anytime soon. But Thompson did look okay out there in the ARCA race. Looked decent in practice here. So at 66, I think he can finish in the top 20. I think you can play him in cash. Lawless Allen didn't look bad out here also. He's been decent on road courses, so I think you can play him in cash at 51. Landon Lewis, keep your eye on him. He is a 17-year-old driver. He's an ARCA guy, run 4 races, has 1 win in dirt, 4 road course races in ARCA West with 1 win. He's raced at Sonoma and Portland. And so he's a West Coast guy, and actually Ron Hornaday is kind of his mentor and helping him out with this. So he didn't look horrible in practice. I think this guy's got a lot of upside, so maybe watch him more for the future than for this race. But Ron Hornaday in interviews said that this guy at this age is further along than Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson, who Hornaday also mentored, were. So, I mean, that's quite a compliment there. So keep your eye on this guy, GPP, when playing in cash. Jake Garcia is another young driver who's been decent on road courses, but he ended up in like off the track quite a few times in practice and qualifying. So I don't know. I think he's overdoing it on this one. So he's a GPP for me. Chase Purdy, Child Busch truck, not great on road courses, but I think a little bit better than his 24th starting position. 9K is a little steep. I would definitely rather play like Rhodes and Ankrum in this price range, or Taylor Gray. So he's a GPP for me. Matt Crafton, I think, will also be chalk, just starting way far back. But again, he was on and off the course a lot. It's 13th in practice, but struggled at Coda. Even though he's like a 9th overall composite average, I think you can play him in cash, but I'm not making him a priority or a prime play, but I think he will have high ownership. Haley Deegan, not a great road course driver. I think she'll just go out there and do her job and get on to next week. So that probably a little bit better than a 26th place driver, but she does make mistakes here and there. So GPP for me. Austin Wayne Self, our favorite, he and Tommy Joe Martin, GK and I used to think would make a really good cowboy band. So Austin Wayne Self, our favorite cowboy driver here, is finally back in his truck. Decent at road courses. Didn't look bad in qualifying. 6K here, so I think you can throw him out there in cash. He's got tons of experience and could do quite well. I don't think he's going to win it. I don't think he's going to top 10 it, but I think he's solid enough at 6K to pay off his price tag. Dale Cordy, GPP. This guy is in a glory to God truck, which is always kind of scary. He ran the ARCA race. He finished 4th. He's a Silver Fox, kind of an older guy, not like Norm Benning old, but just his overall like numbers with experience and road course is decent. So the truck is what scares me and puts it a GPP play. But if he, at 4,700, like doesn't really need much to play off his price tag. But if the truck breaks down, he finishes last, he could lose, it's like 6 or 8 points right here. So that's why I can't play him in cash. Ryan Vargas, GPP, not really a road course guy. There's some upside here, but 77 is kind of priced in no man's land. Matt Mills, same thing, like never like a really great road course guy. And Vargas and Mills numbers are from Xfinity series, not from Truck series. And these trucks aren't as good as their Xfinity cars were. Connor Jones, I think, is definitely a cash play down here. In the Store Sports truck looked he was struggling a little bit in practice, but the truck and everything overall, I think he's better than his starting position, and he didn't do bad in the in the ARCA race either. So maybe he was the one that got knocked off by his teammate. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Thompson, but it could have been Jones. It doesn't matter. So he's got some extra experience there too, so that helps out. Brett Holmes is going to be a fade for me. Didn't look great practice, hasn't looked good on road courses. Timmy Hill is a good road course guy, and 22nd just didn't do well in qualifying here, so I think you can definitely play him in cash. He's a great value here. Spencer Boyd's a fade. I don't know if he's going to even be able to make it through the whole race. His truck isn't that great. Stuart Friesen is going to be chalk. I am his GPP. He ran into the tire barriers. He messed up the truck a little bit, so they're going to have to fix that up. But he just kind of looked lost on this track. But for a dirt guy who's usually decent on road courses, I mean, he's got a ton of upside, and I think a lot of people are going to say he's one of their prime plays. You can play him in cash if you can get to him. I'm fine with that with the place differential. I just worry with the hit. I don't think he's going to the backup truck. They're going to try to fix it, look more cosmetic, but like you never know. I just hate for something to break here and pay $9,700 for somebody and have him not really advance it much, and really not score enough points to pay off his price tag. Kobe Howard is going to be my other prime play. I don't think he made a qualifying lap either, but he's 25th in practice, 24th overall. He's looked decent in road courses, so definitely can go no place but up with some of the other trucks here. So I think that definitely at 58, if he just gets 5 place differential points, can like help pay off his what he needs to do. Like I have him as a 5x value, scoring 32 points. So I think that's definitely I don't know 5x, but I think you can definitely get to the 4x I look for from the plays I want in cash. So definitely going to probably use him in a lot of lineups. So that's what I got for you. Got through it. I'm going to try to do an Xfinity speculation video for you. They have practice and qualifying today, so we'd have no information other than previous data to go on for that one. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below or hit me up at Merger31 on Twitter. If you want to get into FSI DFS Discord to get my full cores and everything, get all the Xfinity stuff, it's $5 a week. So the description of the video can get you the website to sign up. Really cheap there. And also, if these videos are helpful to you, then please like them, subscribe to our channel, and check out all the cool things we have. We got Major League Baseball, we've got PGA too. Johnny Cool does a great job on those. We're just trying to get his viewership up because of the excellent job that he does. So check those videos out. So please subscribe to our channel so you know when the videos are coming out. Give us a like, share with your friends. I appreciate you watching. So good luck in your contest. You know how to get a hold of me if you need to. And hopefully I'll see you for the Xfinity and Cup videos this weekend. And enjoy your weekend. Good luck in your contest. I'll see you next time.